president. Okay, this Almont DDA meeting, November 16th, 2023, it's 7:02 p.m. Roll call.
Okay.
Trisha Feldman here.
Who's present?
Steve Schneider, present.
Melissa Schneider, present.
Holly Miller, present. Any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I would like to put an addition, maybe discussing doing something different with the fountain in the corner park, maybe filling it in or repurposing it for something else. I'll explain the reason why.
So we'll add it as item 3, or do we want it, just want it under discussion?
Yeah, we can add
So
that
D.
as D under discussion.
We'll talk about the fountain.
Discussion.
Okay,
It's a major,
we'll do that.
without any input of
Mhm.
documentation, information, etc.
Any other additions,
Anything else you want
deletions?
to blow up?
Mm-hmm. My voice.
Okay.
No communications this month?
I've had no communications in the last 2 weeks since our last meeting.
Public comment on agenda items. You're not an artist. Approval of consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The minutes. We need to approve. Well, do we really need to? We need to approve the changes of the September 6th meeting, approve the changes to the September 27th meeting minutes, and then approve the October 25th meeting minutes, correct?
Let me just throw in, I mean, you can handle it however you want to handle it here. So what we've done for 40 years or so at the council level, that any amendments to minutes that were approved by council, and then once they were done, they did not come back to council to approve the changes.
I like it.
So the fact that they were approved with it and the changes made
Okay.
was considered sufficient. If
Okay.
this board wants to do differently, you can. I'm saying that's not what council has done for, I don't know, half a century.
We don't need more motions if we don't need more motions. That's great.
Right, yes. So
Sounds good to me.
So the October ones would.
Okay.
And I did have one of my jobs at council and sort of do DDA is because wordsmithing and records are so important. I always fly spec the minutes. And under new business, a finance paragraph 1, and this would be the sub heading of discussion for the fountain cover quote. Beginning with source other cover solutions, reaching, I presume that to be out to other, and it should be DDAs. So those 2 corrections I would recommend be made. So, and otherwise I'd move to approve.
I have some changes that need to be made
wait a minute.
also. When you're ready.
It was the
October 25th.
October.
New business,
Okay.
finance, item 1, under discussion. Reaching out, not our,
That's
and then DDA plural, DDAs.
what I just,
She's trying to write it down.
oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh,
She missed it there.
Fine.
so sorry.
Tabled by board.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yep, that's fine.
Out
Just-
DDAs.
Yep.
Then
On the, where are we at? Communications, the FOIA request. We need to state who requested that FOIA, not just that it was a resident.
What are you suggesting with regard to FOIA, the FOIA request?
We need to state who requested it, not just that it was a
Do-
resident.
You don't need to.
We should.
If you prefer.
We should.
Okay. Has it ever been followed up on what was indicated in the minutes that had never been?
It's still never been picked up.
It's okay.
Nope. And then Andy asked me to request, and I don't think it's in the October minutes because you have passed unanimously, but in previous minutes, Steve had brought up that Andy should be voting yay or nay, and Andy's yays are not counted. You had like number counts in the older minutes, I think. Yeah, Andy's not counted in those, so we need to further change those and add Andy's yay or nays to those.
But I didn't
But-
count them because he didn't vote on
Yeah.
those meetings.
Okay,
But
Yeah.
he started on the 25th.
okay,
Yeah,
cool,
he didn't, in those
Okay.
past ones, he didn't actually vote because he thought he wasn't supposed to, which I was
cool,
really surprised at. But in the future, yeah,
okay, great.
absolutely.
And then on the September 27th minutes, it says agenda at the top, not minutes. If you just want to fix that. That's all I have.
Yeah, I'll have to do some cut and pasting there. So the October 25th minutes, Steve, you weren't here, but I mentioned that this format is from Kim. I thought it would be just more efficient. It would be, to me, it's clearer. And she does refer to as passed unanimously. So if we could adopt that, or if you want to keep it as separate yays and nays, just let me know.
No, probably at least 6 months ago, whenever at council, a member was not, well, everybody was there passed unanimously. If a member was missing, I would always follow it up with passed by all council members in attendance. And so we've been doing that for at least 6 months at council so that the records would be as accurate as possible.
So rather than unanimously, all,
Are we seeing motion carried for our park board? Well, I guess we should be putting how many people voted.
So, well, so language is passed unanimously by all those in attendance if a council member was missing. So at least it's as accurate as possible, because that, if anything ever goes to court,
Right,
you want the record to be very precise, or any other.
right.
reason
And
why
then
it would
if the
come up.
vote is split, we would have,
Mm.
right, the
Then you would
numbers.
show it, yeah,
Yeah.
ayes and nays.
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
okay.
That's fine.
And so are you indicating, Trish, that the format's been changed?
Yes, I went and I changed it for the October 25th minutes.
Okay, then, and this follows what we've been using at council.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay, great. Yeah, and it's working quite effectively. It gave us a lot of control over how meetings went. At times at council, there would be, it would get stormy or something else. So we broke it down into public comment time as an item on regular agenda, and public comment time for a second time for items not on a regular agenda with a 3-minute time limit. And that changed the way council ran dramatically, because we used to have stormy sections, and they were quite something, very interesting. Made life exciting.
Any other changes or are we good? We need a motion if we're
Made a
good.
motion to
Oh,
approve.
you did?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. We need to approve the bills payable, please. Does anyone have any questions on any of them for me? The Smathers bill is what their quote was to us, and that is for the work at the fountain and the dumpster corral. It's all done.
Do we, oh, it's already been completed?
It's all done.
I already saw that. I'll make a motion to accept or approve the bills payable for or is it the October revenue and expenditure report we're doing right now.
Bills payable.
Bills payable. I will make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Treasurer's report, October revenue and expenditure report.
I think I just need to reemphasize how integral Kim Kiesler has been to our lives and how easy
Absolutely.
she has made it, in case she's watching.
Right?
Also, if she's not.
She emailed us at 5:52 a.m. the other morning with our financials,
She's the very best.
in which I asked her, "Do you sleep, Kim?"
And she said no.
And she
doesn't.
said, "No, I really don't."
Yeah.
I was like, "It's obvious."
Yeah, I've got it at 3:30 in the morning.
She's like, I'm fueled by coffee. So I think I need to buy her a coffee next time I come in.
She is incredible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come in at like 4 when I can't sleep and she'll be here. I'm like, why are you here? She's like, why are you here?
Right?
Yes.
All
Both
of
here
you.
for the same reason.
And she just got the manager's position dumped on her. She's got an acting manager at this
Yes.
point. And so, yeah.
She's the one for it though.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was always considered a council that really she should be our manager. Everything that goes on in Almont, she knows. And she came over from Imlay City and well-schooled, and she's just been phenomenal ever since. And she says, I don't want it. She said, in a small community like this, a large community, you have staff, so you can delegate. And here said, you have to do everything.
I can't
So-
imagine why she wouldn't want it, Steve. Here. Of all places.
Yeah. But in reality, in so many respects, she runs the place. So,
She does a great job of
special lady. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve October's revenue and expenditure report.
it. One second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. October check disbursement.
With the exception of the card member services on October 31st, once that is corrected to not include DPW's iPad.
And that will be corrected.
And if that's corrected, I will make a motion to approve October's check disbursement.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. New business, fountain cover quote. I don't think we really had, well, I guess we do have something. Do you want to talk about that? That's your thing.
Yeah, that's me. So I met with Legacy, and they gave me the weight, which is 400 pounds. I talked to Brian, and he said he cannot tell me definitively how much the current fountain cover weighs, but it's in excess of 400 pounds, and it is does not only weigh more, but it's falling apart. I don't know if you guys seen it this year. It's
Lovely.
hideous. But this, at this point, can be tabled until next year anyways, because the cover is on and Legacy is 4 weeks minimum out to make it now. So we can come up with alternative solutions and have something in place for next year. DPW is happy to move it off because they hate it and dismember it should we give them the go ahead, but we can, at this point of the year, unless anyone has any alternative suggestions, I'm good with telling Legacy we're gonna hold off.
Decorate it with garland and lights.
We could wrap it. We
We could wrap it.
Just wrap everything.
We're gonna wrap everything up. It's gonna be great.
Gonna have someone paint it like wrapping paper. I don't know. It looks terrible, and
That's what it is.
I
the pocket
did,
part looks so pretty.
I just Googled custom fountain covers and tarps came up. Like custom tarps, was that looked into? And would it be strong enough?
The problem is that our maintenance fountain guy who installed it and built it said that we need something of substance so that if anything falls on it, gets thrown on it, whatever, nothing is broken inside. So that's why the original cover was made. and also to further insulate it from the weather. So I think the tarp or shrink wrapping would work, but we have to find something like the pool pillow was a good idea too, to kind of, in case anything falls in, to kind of protect the nozzles. But I called a couple of other places who have fountains, and they basically have custom, like there's nothing standard because everyone's fountain is different, but they all have some kind of structural cover that goes over it. So if we want to do a tarp or shrink wrap, we have to still have a frame built to underneath it.
And is PVC frame not strong enough? Is that what?
I think if it's PVC, the fear is that we would have to have anchors. And that means we're drilling into the
brick that we
concrete
just
to anchor
fixed?
it in anyways, which, I guess we could do.
Was it strong enough to hold up like heavy snow?
I think the shrink wrap probably would be, and DPW could clear it off, but yeah, I think anything that Myron from Landscape Direct is just worried about anything being damaged inside, like the nozzles, obviously.
Protect, that, I mean, it was a major investment. I'm sure he spent at least 25 grand, maybe 50 grand. We have to go back in the records, constructing that fountain. And so it does need to be properly protected. So saran wrap may not be the best way to do that in terms of protecting, a very expensive investment. Is one aspect of it. And then, it is very expensive. Sometime within the last 5 years, I think, there was discussion because of cost of getting rid of the fountain. I think that was under previous executive director's administration. And the sawdust hit the fan, went community-wide. And I think it even came before council. Council said, we want to be involved in this because what you're talking about taking away a major investment that was made. Yes, there were issues with it. It's not perfect, and there was lots of input from the community, which was almost entirely supportive of maintaining that investment and not taking the fountain down. So that had happened, and I suppose we could start that storm up
Fight
all
again.
over again, but
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
well, yeah, I'm sure you won't
Well,
mind.
it's already added
that to our agenda,
Yeah.
But that happened. So, a part of the reason that I'm here, let's face it, I'm not able to participate in the festival things as much, but I can bring some institutional history, which is worth something.
It's incredibly important.
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't like term limits. If you don't like them, vote them out. So in our state house, you become Speaker of the House after only serving 2 years when you just found out where the bathroom is. What the hell? So to me, that's a huge mistake. It always is good to bring in new blood and new people. Obviously, this DDA board's proof of that. But institutional history and experience makes a difference. It's helpful. So, in any event, I'm done going blah, blah, blah.
So are we tabling this for future discussions, investigation?
That'd be my recommendation.
I would like to table it, yes.
Sounds good.
Number 2, holiday budget. Angela?
Well, after I wrote the agenda, I guess I should have deleted this. We've already, in our budget,
We have
for
a
the
line
year,
item.
we have a holiday budget,
Yeah.
which is in excess of a couple grand. So we honestly don't need to set a budget. The only thing we really pay for is Santa goodie bags and the sound company. I think we budgeted 4,500 for holiday
All in signs.
in signs. Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll be, I think the sound company is like 7. I honestly don't remember because I came in at the very last second last year. I feel like it was 750. I could be wrong. And then the goodie bags were, I think Christy spent like 200. So, and then the signs we just approved weren't
So
that much. So
no motion needed.
I don't think we need a motion for that because we'll be under.
Is it possible to get the reindeer next year if we take something out of the
You
budget?
know what? We won't need signs next year because they all say first Saturday in September.
December.
If a, bus-
Did I say September? Oh my gosh.
if a business like donates goodie bags,
Yes.
then
And-
maybe within budget.
Yes, it would be in the budget. I've actually had several businesses reach out and ask if we needed sponsorships, and I said we weren't really doing anything that we could advertise for them,
Tell 'em
like
they can
with holiday. But next year we
sponsor a
definitely
reindeer.
could.
We'll use Pete's truck and that will be our sponsorship billboard.
If it's the same reindeer that was at Ben's and the corral is really big, you could put like a huge banner on there, like whoever sponsors.
Yes, that's a great idea.
If we can get on their schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or if the theater new owners let me, I could do big marquee signs again, which I really wanted to do for holiday, but did not.
Speaking of that, of the movie theater building, so as we know that the sale did go through, and we have had the owner's property manager out to our building. We met with her yesterday, day before, and she probably would be the person to contact, starting with her.
Okay.
Rather than the owner who.
Yeah.
Would be president of the United States. And makes all the decisions. Very nice lady, very amicable. And what she's indicating right now is she has no idea what he's going to be doing with the building. She said they could start developing next month or in a year or 5 years.
I hope not.
Who knows? So she just hasn't been informed what his precise plans are at this point and appear to just be in limbo. So, but we can put you in touch with her, and anything you want to do, I don't see why she would oppose it. And we had extensive discussion with her beyond just those buildings, including our DDA and what's going on in the village. And we told her about the Heritage Festival, that the village, what he kept asking, why didn't we buy the building? You know, okay, put 300,000 at least into fixing it up. In that time, the village was going like right now it's going this way. And I told her, told about the car show and how popular it's becoming, and it's going to get even better. And it's to indicate to her we're in an upward trajectory, and a good reason for the owner to put more money into it. So, and the former owner came by today, and I have no idea why. They went into the movie theater building with 5 guys wearing, those vests, and nobody runs them over during the nighttime. I don't know what he was doing, but there he was. So, in any event, yeah, and I mean, that part's looking very positive. And I would think that she would be amenable if it's something that was attractive and would boost the town. So, we spent at least 20 minutes, half an hour talking it up so she had a better handle on the community and how well it's doing.
Okay. Discussion, Small Business Saturday.
Gave you all the punch cards or stamp cards, whatever we're calling them, that I'm going to print out on Monday. The businesses participating that still have nothing next to them have assured me that tomorrow, at the latest, I told them tomorrow, to give me the sales that they are offering. Oh, sorry, Trisha, I have another one if you want it. So all the businesses, for the most part, have been Some said no, because they just don't have sales to run, or they're not in like an industry or business that could do it, but it's been very well received, so I'm excited to see how it
It looks like there's some really good sales on there.
turns out.
Yeah.
Lucilia's I will be ordering from for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. And there's something else I was going to say about that. Oh, I have to purchase stuff for the gift basket that we're raffling off to. Oh, and we have to figure out where these people are dropping their cards off at afterwards. Can they just drop them off at any business and then I collect
I think that's
them?
fine.
Or should, yes.
That's probably just whatever easiest for people, and that's probably,
Like
when
you get
the
your
last
fifth-
store they're
your-
at, yeah,
Your
drop
last
it.
stamp, you just drop it
Yeah.
off and then I'll just go collect them. I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
I think that's fine.
Are they allowed to get like multiple stamps from one business?
No.
Because there's 10 businesses on here. So they would have
And
to.
they don't need 10 stamps. I think we just said 5
Oh, 5 or more, okay.
And then they could enter into, because it's only one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to get the stuff for the basket, but that's it. We have a budget for that already, so.
Snowflakes.
I added the Historical Society too. I'm gonna give them a stamp because they're open that Saturday and then people stop in there.
We don't have stamps. Did you order some when you placed your order?
I did. I ordered
Okay.
cards and
Good.
just
Good.
it was like 50 holiday themed stamps, and I'll just give everyone a handful because
Okay.
I'm not sure how long they'll last. But
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Snowflakes.
oh boy, the snowflakes are the bane of my existence. I spent hours with Andy in absolute havoc trying to slice all the lights off of the snowflakes last week, 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
So I called EdTech and they were like, yeah, we would love to do that for you and we'll do it free of charge. So they sandblasted and are painting our snowflakes for nothing, and you can't say no to free. So, but they're like, we need them today. So Andy and I went to the storage unit, pulled them all out, cut all of the lights off, and EdTech sandblast. I don't really know how sandblaster works, but the room, whatever, their sandblaster stopped working. So they had to wait for a handheld sandblaster to come in. They did that. She said she expected them to all be done tomorrow, but she did not want to tell me to pick up tomorrow because just in case. So I will be picking up on Monday. That gives us maybe a day to rope light them if we want them on the poles for Small Business Saturday. So they're painting them with a glittery white paint. The options are we try to get rope lights clipped on, and we get as many rope lights clipped on as we can, or we hang them without the lights because they'll still look
Pretty.
significantly better than they've looked before, and they'll be like a glittery white, so like the lights from the light poles will shine, and the lights from the headlights, we can hang them without the lights and then do the lights after, or wait and do them for next year. So whatever you guys decide, I will do. I took the lights off in 3 hours. I can put them on, but I'm not sure. I'm not an electrician, and I'm not that you need to be, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So it might take a while to light them, but
So I'd love to see them lit, but also I'm not going to be here to help, so I can't, make that happen with everyone. So it's on all of you as to what you think you can do. Because I won't be here, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm good with lighting as many as we possibly can too, and just see
Right? See what happens.
What
Maybe
I mean, once we get through the first
15.
like
if
we
there's 15.
did like half or something, maybe.
Even if we did half, we could just see how long it takes to do one and call it at that time. Like if it takes 3 hours for us to get one of them lit, and then be like, this isn't feasible. And I think there's one or two extra that don't get hung. I think there's only brackets on,
I thought it was 16 originally, something I read yesterday.
I think I asked that we order 16 new ones
Is
so
that
that
what it
we
was?
had an extra in case anything happened. But I don't think that all of them get hung.
Okay.
Brian told me he was going to count the brackets, and I don't know if he ever got me that number, but I feel like it's like 12 or 13 that actually have
Okay.
brackets on the poles. So we can just, when they come in, light as many as we can, or just see how long it takes, if everyone's good with that. And if they look really good too and we see them, we can decide then.
You still have to order. You still have to order the lights too.
Yeah, but they're Amazon Prime, so they'll be here Monday. So not really
So,
a
it's a wait and
decision to be
see.
made, but just a
Okay.
wait. This is what's happening, and
Okay.
so far they're free. So
What day?
Right.
that she told me that she will call me tomorrow. Hopefully, I can pick them up tomorrow. If not Monday. And then DPW has to hang them. That's the other thing. And they want to hang them in the mornings when traffic isn't bad because they have to get the lift and stuff out. So ideally, I would have them to them or to the garage because they won't be there Tuesday night at the latest so that they can hang them Wednesday because then they're off Thursday and Friday.
Tuesday night.
And on Monday night.
So I am worried that I was thinking Tuesday night too, but I think it's going to be more labor intensive than taking them off. And taking them off was not fun.
It is.
Mhm.
So we want to plan for Monday night?
I have a board meeting. I lied. I have a board meeting Monday night. Nope. I have a board meeting Tuesday night. I have a board meeting Tuesday night.
So Monday night.
But I could do Tuesday after. Yes, let's do Monday night and
And
let's
if we have
see
to-
how
if
long.
We have to Tuesday, then we can.
Yeah. And I will obviously be in the office, so I can sit there and rope light all day long. I'm not sure what we're getting into, to be completely frank, because I've never rope lighted a snowflake, so
We're gonna figure it out.
I think it'll be fine. You just clip them on. That's what
Right.
Google says, but
Guess y'all will figure that out.
we'll figure it out.
Okay. Holiday parade. I don't think we really have
I
any
already talked about that.
public
during the holiday
updates on
meeting.
that.
Everything's on track.
Melissa. Fountain.
Sorry for my voice. I haven't really put much thought into like repurposing the fountain, but given that we consistently put money into this fountain and I don't really see the community actually at the fountain enjoying it, there's always been leaks or bumblebees. It's not like something where kids can throw pennies into or a big fountain where, you could have like some activity in it, like interactive. I think that our picnic tables have brought the most community members into that park since I've been here. And that I think that we should be open to discussing other options. And I'm also curious as to how much we pay each year to maintain it. And with respect to council, the DDA pays for the maintenance of this. So I don't think that it's council's decision of what we should be doing with it. I do agree it should be the community, but I think that just because we spent a lot of money, it doesn't mean we should still be throwing money into it when I don't really see the community really benefiting from it. It's just becoming a money pit.
So just thinking out loud, because I just thought of this, I know we just put money into repairing the holes of it, so maybe not the best time, but since all of the nozzle, like all of the water is already there, what if we just took that whole thing out and made it like a
Splash pad, that's a great idea. I love Emily City Splash
Me
Pad,
too.
and that's the closest one to us other than maybe Rochester. They're obviously very expensive, but I think that the community will at least get use of it. And I think that that's a possible idea that they could get behind. Like I said, I avoid that fountain because of it's just always leaking water, bees. It's just, I, I at least let's discuss. And now that we're tabling, purchasing the cover, that will give us some time to be hopefully open to other ideas.
Let's keep talking about it.
It's okay.
We already knew that.
Yeah.
All right.
To just pay a bill to fix it, so I'm
I
not.
know, right? As much as I love the idea of a splash pad,
I
we
can
could
get the
just-
numbers for how much we pay yearly to maintain it as
Mm.
well. It's always, the problem is, it's, this year we had to have it drained twice because it was clogged up, so the water bill was exorbitant.
Well, just in not even water bill in the last 2 months, we've spent over $3,000, and that's not including the brick repair that we just
And
did.
then the masonry
So.
company told me that they, shot backed out a bunch of sludge and stuff when they fixed the bricks, so.
When was it built? Do you have any idea?
2004, 2005? That's what the plaque
Oh.
says, something like that.
It's about 20 years old. And we spent $2,400 on the brickwork on that just now. So we
It's really
spent
nice if anyone wants.
This year's expenditure was
we spent $5,500
unusual.
plus
It wa-
water.
It was more than.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
up by about 50%, I think, than what it normally is.
And then the power went out once and
Caused one of the
blew a
problems.
bunch of mechanicals that they had
Yeah.
to replace, so
Hopefully we're good for a couple more years now.
hopefully.
Then there's the cover for
Right.
next year.
So hopefully we can figure out something.
DPW keeps asking me to fill it in, so you know where
I
they
mean,
stand.
yeah.
But
All right, something to think about. Old business, merchant trick or treat.
went great. It was insane downtown.
So I can say from our end, we bought, I think, 315 candy bars. Gone. So it was hopping. It started slow, like I was nervous. I was like, are we not gonna get a lot of people? But then all of a sudden, man, it was good.
Band Aid could be shut down for it. Just
No,
joking.
no.
Just joking.
That would be safer.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Skeleton decorating contest. Congratulations, Randazzo's, on winning.
Giant skeleton.
With their huge skeleton. With tiny dangling skeleton.
That was my favorite, the little guy.
I think that's what got a lot of people. And the giant ring balloon.
Mhm.
It's cute.
Stiff.
Yes.
He loved
It looked awesome downtown.
I did.
I just want to add to old business, the PNC facade grant account, that has been handled. I think we made a motion to remove the old signers like 2 meetings ago, but then getting minutes approved, it takes time. So went to PNC, that's all handled. The old signers are off the account. So it's there if we need it. There's about $2,000 in it.
There had been a request, it was approved and it just hasn't been implemented.
Yes. So originally it was getting me added as a signer. And when I went to add me as a signer, we found out there were 3 very old signers on the account. Old
then,
old
yeah,
board members.
okay.
Yes.
A different topic, okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
No.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Okay.
The only other thing I had to talk about is on the agenda, but I met with the owner of Senor Victor's, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He is incredibly excited. Showed me a ton of pictures. I'm super excited. His margarita glasses look just like the Huddles Boombas, so I'm excited about that. And he is looking to open. I don't want to say this. ideally December 1st, so they would be open for the holiday parade. He said realistically, probably not until the second week of December, but it is going to look nice. And he's looking, once this project is complete, to maybe invest in another location in Almont. So
Maybe we could eat there we're not meeting in December, correct?
no,
But for the
but
holidays,
we could have a special
I
tequila
think,
meeting.
do you guys still do that? Or is like all the boards get together, or at least our board?
We should.
We didn't last year.
Okay,
I
Yeah,
can say that
we
much.
were all new last year.
okay.
Yeah,
Because I
that
think
would
it
be
used to be the huddle.
That would
we
be
went to.
really nice.
fun. It would be cute. I would love
Steve,
it.
make that happen.
Oh, and
Sure.
Steve would like to talk to council about implementing a social district. And he wants to come talk about how incredible it has been in all of his other locations.
You mean Victor?
Huh?
You mean Victor wants to?
Yes,
You said
Victor.
Steve.
No, I said Steve because
Oh.
he's going to come talk to council.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
He- No, you're not going to come to talk to council. Senor Victor is going to come talk to you about a social district
Okay.
Benefits.
and the benefits
Awesome.
and why the village of Elmont should adopt such.
I don't have a lot of detailed information, but the general concept, I'm favorably inclined. Sounds like it's a good idea. And it's going to lead to more community involvement and lots of other things. Does that play into the RRC, the ready to,
I believe so.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think it would enhance that, our standing with regard to that as well. And maybe Main Street, right? Yeah. So there's lots of reasons to follow up on that. Okay. So what the owner is going to be, Victor's going to be coming to council?
He
Okay,
told
which-
me as soon as he is established, he would like to get with Mikey's and Roots, Craig and Jim, and come up with a plan and present it to council. So,
He wants to meet privately, yeah. And, Mikey's is about to change hands very quickly. We're almost
have they
there.
got,
Yeah, we got a Liquor Control Commission granted a conditional license. It's a couple of days, so we did pop some champagne and
was it
Awesome.
this week or last week? This week?
beginning of this week.
Monday, I think.
Mhm.
He told me, he was like, he gave me like 6 dates. He's like, one of these days it could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's really close. I mean, the commission approved it, which is, means that the purchaser, Alex Entertainment Inc., can proceed with it, but we have to jump through a few more hoops. We have to meet with our investigator and for an interview and looking at the tavern and produce about 5,800 documents. But it's really close.
Amazing.
And we're working on it very intensely. So,
Awesome. All right. Public comment on non-agenda items. Nothing? You're the only
No
one.
else has anything. All right.
Okay. Board questions and comments.
So just to refer back, Mikey's has changed ownership. Yes? Not yet.
The closing hasn't taken place as
Okay.
yet. LCC insists, what's a little ambivalent about, in terms of whether I like their procedures, that we close first, which transfer, well, I have to say this correctly. Mikey's business is run by his corporation. The Alex are not buying his corporation, so he'll still own that. But Alex Entertainment Inc., the corporation that was just set up to proceed with this transaction, will be taking over ownership of the business. And also all the real estate. So which includes this upstairs living quarters and Rose's. Yeah. And so, yeah, the Alex will also own all the real estate. And so Mikey's going to, I mean, there's a non-competition agreement, so we presume Mikey's not going to open an establishment across the street, but whatever. So it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen very soon. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. It's very close. And so I've been working on it for about, I don't know, 6 months or so.
I did confer with the Alex as well on Small Business Saturday, and they were acceptable to, well, actually, I was with Alex and Mikey when they said 20% off. So either way, that's going to stay, in case anyone was concerned about your sale.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else? Any future agenda items we need to add?
Need to add another holiday meeting before holiday.
Okay.
Probably the week before, but we can all text our schedules the week after
Week off.
Thanksgiving. You see, you'll be gone.
No, the week off.
Oh,
Because
I thought you
next
said
week is
we'll be gone.
Thanksgiving, and that's the
But
week
that's-
before.
Yeah, I mean the week of.
Yeah, okay.
Could, think the whole DDA could go down to Ford Field when the Raiders play in the statewide
Heck
championship.
Yes, that's Small Business
That-
Saturday.
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
good.
I mean, I'm being somewhat facetious, but that's
I'm not being
another
facetious.
little add-on to the whole community feeling that
Absolutely.
we're regional champs, and it's like
We
man,
talked about
this-
that during holiday meeting. We need to have, even if they don't
Yeah, they don't win
go to Ford
the
Field.
semi, yeah, but well, they have a pretty decent shot at it.
Heck yes, they do.
I mean, they did. They just absolutely creamed the Detroit DTE. It was, yeah.
That was a good game. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a good game. It was good for us. It was fun
Right.
to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, our tennis team used to be like that, but tennis
Mhm.
doesn't draw the same kind of crowds, needless to say, as football. So, and I think Melissa's son beat lots of people up with an Almont Raiders flag.
He lasted 20 minutes.
Thankfully, they could play at home for the last two playoff games. Even
Yeah.
though the field was in such disrepair.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my Bond plug.
I know.
Everyone get it?
I would like to add thank you, Angela, for your quick thinking and idea and handling of getting Raider flags in all the business windows last week. That was a great idea. And Francie also is our savior for getting them made basically overnight.
Andrea Cruz asked you to do something. You
Right.
do it.
And thank you to
So,
the cheerleaders for painting the
Yes.
windows.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's all I have.
So the cost of those was a pass-through then?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. They were all paid for by the businesses.
Consistent, coming up with ideas to keep moving
She
things forward.
has.
Trying.
We like this new administration.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
All right. If there's nothing else, we will adjourn at 7:50.
And we'll tell Andy that he's the one that keeps us late.
Yep. Win for the shortest meeting, shortest regular meeting anyways.